Hi everybody. Today we're talking about working out the shoulders and mid-back, upper back to provide relief to your neck, head, shoulders, and this can be done simply using a tennis ball. If you have a massage ball, you could use that as well, but a tennis ball works just fine. If you think about reasons why you would want to do this, you could think about reasons for massage in general. You're basically just massaging yourself. So working out trigger points, which are tender areas that can refer pain, working out the connective tissue, the fascia that surrounds all of your muscles and organs. And this is going to increase your range of motion. It's going to decrease pain, maybe stop the cycle of pain and tension that could be caused by, how you're working, driving, this is an area that holds a lot of stress and tension for people. So this is a really gentle and effective way to work that out. So we're going to be working the shoulder area, front of the shoulder, top, and then back of the shoulder on the shoulder blade, as well as in between the spine and the shoulder blade. This is going to help loosen all that up as well as loosen your neck up. What we're not going to do is we're not going to be pressing directly on the neck. That's a very gentle area, sensitive area. So you want to be more gentle than the pressure of a tennis ball here. So I would leave that to your massage therapist or chiropractor, but what we're going to be doing today is going to help release the muscles in that area and provide you relief in the neck and head as well, even though we're not using the ball directly on that area. We also don't want to push right on the spine. We want to be next to it. The muscles that lead right up to it, great, but we don't want to push directly on it. So let's get started. So we're going to start with the front of the shoulders on the pecs. So top of the shoulder, front of the shoulder here. Turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Just very gentle. Don't need a lot of pressure in this area. These muscles get tight when we have perhaps not the perfect posture. If we tend to sleep on one side or the other, that muscle can get tight. So this is a good place to start. Very gentle. You see I'm just using my fingertips. It doesn't take a lot of pressure in this area. And I'm just going, for females, we're just going above the breast tissue, the muscle here. For anyone who doesn't have breast tissue, you can go all the way this whole area, this whole front of the shoulder area, to this from the side of the sternum here all the way over to the side of your shoulder. So I'm just doing some gentle, light pressure circles. I found a nice little yummy spot next to my sternum, so I'm just going to do some gentle circles there. Some deep breathing helps everything to let go. So make sure you incorporate that in there too, just like you would during a regular massage or any time that you'd like to relax. Gets that parasympathetic nervous system going. So once we feel like we've done some good work in the front of the shoulder, we're going to move up to the top. So these muscles up here, your trapezius muscle, and deep to that, your levator that attaches to your shoulder blade. These are all coming up and attaching in your neck. So by working these out, we're going to give that neck some relief. So we're just maybe slightly more pressure than you gave the pecs, because this is a meatier area. It can take a little bit more pressure, but you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot of pressure to affect change in this area or in most areas of your body. So I'm just doing circles. When I find a tender little spot, I kind of hold there. Some deep breathing until I feel it change. So it might feel like a release. It may feel like the tenderness spreads out, or it just doesn't feel as tender as when you first started rubbing that area. So a little bit of time in this area. You can go all the way out to the side of your shoulder here, be a little bit more gentle. There's less muscle out here, so it can be more gentle on the lateral outer aspect of your shoulder. Once we've got the upper back worked out, I'm gonna get my fancy sock here. I like putting the tennis ball in a long sock because I can throw it over my shoulder and work out my back, and I don't have to worry about it flying off onto the ground and then I have to go pick it up over and over again. So any sort of long sock. We're gonna be working that area that I showed you earlier, just from the mid part of your spine out to the outer part of your shoulder. So I'm gonna start in between my spine and my shoulder blade. Not a lot of pressure here still. We don't need a lot of pressure. I'm just gonna be slightly bending my knees a little bit and then standing up straighter, just getting different aspects of my upper back in between that shoulder blade and the spine. Remembering not to push right on the spine. And I got another nice spot up here towards the top of my shoulder blade. Push a little bit harder, some circles. That feels better already. One thing you want to make sure you're doing is you don't want to let your shoulders creep up. So when we find a tender spot, we might try to like guard. We want to make sure we leave our shoulders relaxed and down our back and that we're breathing. Because if we're guarding or we're pushing so hard that our muscle is pushing back, this is counterproductive. We're not going to get the same amount of release and relaxation as we would just by pushing a little less hard and incorporating some deep breathing. So now I'm moving out to, I'm on top of my shoulder blade at this point. Same thing as the side of the shoulder. The muscle isn't very thick here, so we don't need to push that hard at all. So we're just doing some little circles on the shoulder blade. Another thing I love about self-massage, other than, you know, breaking up the connective tissue and working out trigger points, is by breaking up those points of tension or adhesions, myofascial adhesions, as we call it, as we massage therapists call it, we're allowing for better fluid flow. And if you know me, you know I'm all about good lymphatic flow for wellness, well-being, immune health. So I bet you never thought rubbing a tennis ball on yourself would have so many benefits. So yeah, it really only takes a few minutes. You know, I found a few tender spots. I did some little circles, some deep breathing. You want to make sure you do the other side. I did the other side before I started this video, so I won't go through that with you. Do some shoulder rolls, maybe some neck rolls. And this should all feel good. This should all feel, it should feel much better afterwards. A little bit of tenderness is okay. Obviously, you don't want to do anything that causes pain because we're all about self-love here and doing what's best for our body, loosening that up and feeling well, being well. If you have any questions about pain you may experience during this, obviously discontinue the exercise, talk to your doctor, talk to your chiropractor or massage therapist. Yeah, thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this brings a little love into your day. Be well.